Hey, welcome to today's video. Today, I'll talk on a very important aspect. Have you ever wondered that people with the most to give are often the ones who have the hardest time receiving? You'd think your success would bring your confidence, like adding weights to a barbell makes you stronger. But for so many high achievers, the exact opposite happens. Every new win, every step up the ladder brings a fresh wave of guilt, anxiety, and that nagging feeling that you are an imposter. Hi, my name is Ashish Srivastav, and I am a life coach for mid career working professionals and a certified healer. That feeling has a name. It's the rotten core of a silent, invisible cage called the deservingness trap. It's a psychological tug of war between your ambitions and your self worth. On one side, you have the drive to do amazing things. On the other, a subconscious script whispers that you don't really deserve the rewards. It's a paradox that keeps brilliant people feeling small, even when their success is obvious to everyone but them. Let me tell you about a girl, let's call her Sarah. She was, without a doubt, one of the most talented web designers I have ever met. Her clients just don't like her, they rave about her. By any metric, she should be charging at least triple what she was doing at that time. But she didn't. Instead, she's on a fast track to burnout, working about 60 to 70 hours per week, pouring every last drop of her genius into projects only to send an invoice that barely keeps the lights on. Every time a new client inquiry lands in her inbox, panic hits her. Not because she can't do the job, but because she's terrified that she will be the client who calls her bluff, questions her fees, and exposes her as a fraud. Sarah is stuck. This trap of robbing her of her money, her time, and her freedom. And the craziest part, she is not alone. This is an epidemic. So, where does this come from? How does a brilliant mind get tricked into believing it doesn't deserve the fruits of its own labor? The first aspect, the psychological root of guilt. You weren't born feeling this way. The deservingness trap was built piece by piece over years. The financial decisions you make today feel like they are yours, but they are often being steered by a subconscious operating system you never agreed to install. Think of it like trying to navigate a city using an old, tattered map from your childhood. The map isn't accurate anymore, but it's the only one you have, so it keeps leading you down the wrong streets. A huge piece of this is childhood. Was money a source of stress in your house? Did you hear the things like money doesn't grows on trees or that rich people are greedy? These messages from the bedrock form the bedrock of our financial programming. But so does the silence. Maybe you watched your parents work to the bone for little rewards, teaching you that struggle is noble and money is a taboo topic. Then there's culture. We are surrounded by stories of evil billionaires or the greedy CEOs. So we subconsciously link being wealthy with being a bad person. You may be less paid, but still you are not valuing your worth, your skills. You get stuck on the idea that if I do good job, my manager will acknowledge and he will give me the raise, which leads to a passive approach towards the appraisals. And finally, there's the scarcity mindset. This is the pervasive belief that success, wealth, and opportunity are in all a finite pie. If you take a bigger slice, you feel on a gut level that someone else gets less. This creates profound guilt. It's make you feel responsible for what others don't have. So you play small. But here's the truth. Value isn't a zero-sum game. It's a more like a candle. Lighting another candle with yours doesn't diminish your flame. It just creates more light. Coming on to the second aspect of this, recognizing the symptoms in your life. The old belief, don't just live in your head, they show up in your career and your bank account. Spotting the symptoms is the first step to breaking free. So let's be real. Does any of this sounds familiar to you? The most glaring symptom is chronic undercharging, chronically not asking for a raise or settling for an salary which is less than what you should be getting. You know you are worthy of more. You have seen your colleagues are getting more paid for the same work. But when it's time for you to ask for a raise, you flinch. You quote something lower because you are scared that it will not be passed, or you just feel guilty asking. This often comes with a refusal to negotiate a salary, a project fees, or anything. The idea of asking for more feels aggressiveness and just icky. Another big one is self sabotage, especially when you are about to level up. This acts like a governor on an engine, automatically slowing you down right as you start to pick up the speed. A dream job in your lap, you get a huge raise, a killer partnership comes your way, and suddenly you are procrastinating, forgetting deadlines, or finding some other way to torpedo the whole thing. That isn't laziness, that's your subconscious trying to protect you from getting more than you think you deserve. Do you ever get a big financial win and feel anxious? You close a huge deal, and instead of joy, there's a pit in your stomach. It's like your internal financial thermostat is set to struggle. As soon as things get too comfortable, it kicks in. And surprise, expenses pops up, drain away any extra cash, bringing your bank balance to a familiar, safe level. And maybe the most subtle sign is how you talk about yourself. When someone compliments you, it's your immediate instinct to deflect, to chalk it up luck or good timing instead of your own skill. That's not humility, it's a refusal to your own value. Just pause for a minute. How did your family talk about money? Think of it. Can you look into the mirror and say, I am worthy of wealth without a part of you cringing inside? Try it. If you're nodding along, please know you are not broken. You are definitely not alone. And if this is hitting home, do me a favor and hit that like button. It tells me this is a conversation we need to be having. Coming to the third aspect, the path out, how to escape this trap. We have talked enough of the consequences and things. But the most important aspect is how to get out of this trap. Realizing you are in the trap is step one, but how do you actually get out of this trap? This isn't about just repeating mantras, it's about deliberately rewiring those deep rooted beliefs. It takes a 1-2 punch of internal mindset work and practical real world action. Number one, become a detective of your own thoughts. Yes. For 1 week, keep a money journal. Track your emotional reaction to money. When you send an invoice, when you ask for a raise, when you ask for money you have given to someone, when you think about anything related to money, whenever you are spending the money, anything, what thoughts comes to your mind? What exactly are you feeling at that moment? Write it down, drag it out of your subconscious shadows and bring it onto the paper. Second, challenge those thoughts. This is called cognitive reframing. Think of the negative beliefs as a deeply worn, overgrown path in a forest. Your brain follows it automatically. Reframing is the act of intentionally cutting a new, clearer path. When you catch yourself thinking, I could never charge more, I am not deserving of that raise, I am not deserving of more money, pause. Then actively build in the new path. Shift from what you get to what you should be getting. Instead of I don't deserve this money, I don't deserve this raise, I don't deserve this promotion, make it the value I provide creates incredible results and being paid well allows me to keep doing that. Repeat it in your mind. Third, anchor these new beliefs with repetition. Your subconscious learns like a muscle, it needs repetitions. Create simple affirmations that counter your old beliefs, like I am worthy of the wealth I create, I am worthy of getting paid more for the skills, the value I provide, or it is safe for me to be successful. Say them daily. Then add visualization. For 5 minutes every morning, Imagine yourself confidently stating your charges or your raise or the money which you deserve in a negotiation for a new job. Feel the gratitude, not the guilt. You are training your nervous system to see wealth as safety, not a threat. Number four, stop doing this alone. Work with someone, maybe your friend, your colleague, your family member, or maybe a coach who understands the psychology of money. Just as important, upgrade your community. Surround yourself with people who celebrate success. When you are around people who openly celebrate financial wins, it's like learning a new language through immersion. It normalizes abundance for you and it gives you motivation to go along. Finally, you must take action. Mindset work is useless without real world proofs. You have to test the waters to show your brain they are safe. Start small. Raise the price of in negotiation of your next salary. Maybe what you think you should get, openly state that. Be clear in what you are asking for and make yourself comfortable that you deserve this. That way, your mind, your brain will start feeling in the same way. This journey from guilt to abundance is a process. It's about so much more than money. It's about claiming your full power. To get more tools and continue this conversation, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We are just getting started. The deservingness trap is built on a lie. A lie that says your worth is something you have to earn and re earn every single day, and that you must play small to be a good person. For years, that lie may have kept you under earning, overworked, or waiting to be found out. But today, you get to choose. You can see the trap for what it is, a set of hand me down beliefs that are long past their expiration date. Escaping this isn't about becoming someone else, it's about becoming more of who you already are, a talented, a brilliant person who is no longer willing to be held back by invisible chains of guilt. The world doesn't need another burnout genius. It needs you fully resourced, fully energized, and ready to share your gifts on the biggest stage possible to add value to your organization, to add meaningful results. The question is no longer, am I good enough to deserve this? The real question is, what incredible impact can I do with my expertise, with my knowledge, with my skills? It's time to stop chasing worthiness and start living it. Your freedom is waiting. Thank you so much.